morning. Happy Monday. On my way to work. Before I forget, last week's vlog that went up yesterday, a couple of you commented on or questions about my outfits or wanting to see my outfits, and I replied, and I want to make sure everybody knows that for right now I'm experimenting with just sharing my outfits on Instagram. So since I take a picture of what I'm going to wear the next day, and then I do an Insta story up, of the outfit actually on and put together, I have decided right now not to include them in the vlogs because I feel like that would be like a little redundant. I think a lot of you that watch the vlogs also follow me on Instagram. I know not everyone is on both places, but I just thought it would be fun to just put the outfits on Instagram. Because it's nice to see you guys' feedback or input in like more real time as opposed to a week later for the outfits earlier in the week. So if you're looking for my outfits, they are on Instagram each morning. If you're not following me on Instagram, it's the same username at Smarty Style, and I save them in my highlights for my Insta stories. So that is where they are. And I feel like there was something else I wanted to say. I just can't remember. I picked up quite a few new followers on Instagram over the weekend. So if you are new also to watching my vlogs, hello. Thank you for joining me. But as far as my weekend, it was fantastic. I went and got a new manicure, which is here. I put a picture on Instagram. It's not really focusing. But no, it's not really focusing. But basically my previous manicure, I think the girl that did my nails forgot a step in the process, and so over the course of the week that I had my manicure done that way, the whole polish was coming off my nails, so it would just fall off as one large piece. So it looked like I had fake nails on when it would fall off, but it was just the nail polish. So for whatever reason, it wasn't adhering to my nails. So I called the place, let them know. And at first, the first time I called them, it was just one nail that had happened to. And then a couple of days later, it had become 3 nails. So I went back down, got my nails redone. Of course, they didn't charge me, so that's why I have the new manicure. The name of the place is Nail Leisure in Arcadia. I was introduced by Megan from Too Cool for Middle School. It is about a 30-minute drive from my house, and I'm really contemplating getting my nails done there from now on, just because they just have a lot of options and they have a certain skill set that my current place doesn't. So the drive there isn't bad. The drive back is always challenging because it's LA traffic, so you just never really know. But I figure if my nails last for about 3 to 4 weeks, it may just only be once a month that I do that. And it's one of the luxuries I have of being on my own, freedom, not having the responsibility of a child or a spouse, that I can go 30 minutes away to get a manicure. So I did that Saturday. I also stopped at the mall because I had to buy some makeup, and then I came home. I edited the vlog for Sunday. I ran some errands, and that's pretty much it. And then yesterday I did my whole self-care thing, woke up, worked out, listened to church online while I picked out my outfits and got ready for the week, had a massage, cooked some dinner, and just relaxed. But I did no schoolwork whatsoever, and it was amazing. And a couple years ago, I think I mentioned this in a previous vlog, there was a year where my rule was just to stay at school as late as necessary on Friday so as not to bring any work home over the weekend and just cut yourself a break over the weekend. And I really, really would like to try and do that. I really feel like going into 2019, I'm trying to find ways to keep proper balance in life, proper perspective, choosing to be content in life. And part of me being content is also me not being just worn out all the time, and working nonstop is not going to help me to feel content. It's just going to help me to feel burnt out and tired. So I really appreciated not having any work in my face this weekend. So fingers crossed that I can accomplish that again this weekend. As far as today is concerned, I am going to do Math and Wonders, and if there's time, well, no, let me just be honest. honest, because I think there's an assembly. So we have an assembly, I believe, for Jump Rope for Heart, which is a fundraiser for heart awareness, healthy heart awareness. And then I need to teach a math lesson and wonders. So that's pretty much what's on the agenda. I also wanted to mention, today is the first day for teachers in the LA Unified School District. They are going on strike for the first time in 30 years. Their points of contention are pay, class sizes, resources available to them and their students. So this is their first day of striking. I don't have a lot of red clothing. I don't even know that I have any red clothing. I have like red shoes and things like that. So I am wearing red lipstick today as a sign of support for those teachers. I would be scared to death if I needed to strike, but sometimes you got to do those things to take a stand for what you feel you deserve, not only as a teacher, but what your students deserve in terms of a learning environment. So if you are a teacher in the LA Unified School District and you are striking, best of luck to you. I hope that this strike does not have to last a long time, and that you guys get what you feel like you need. So that is where I'm at on Monday morning. I am just now pulling into school, and I will definitely check in with you guys at some point throughout the day. Until then, have a great one. Good afternoon, guys. It's 3:30 and I'm in the process of getting ready to go home. The kids were dismissed at 1:15, and I thought that I was going to have this nice, relaxing, quiet time in my classroom, but after school it turned out to be a little bit hectic. I had a student issue I had to deal with. I had to talk to a parent about it and then talk to a vice principal about it. It's been handled. And then it is raining in Southern California, which doesn't happen often, but when it does, like, you know, things have to change. And we were supposed to go, what is this that I'm looking at here? Oh, we were supposed to go on a field trip on Thursday to learn about early life in California, and the bulk of the field trip, if not all of the field trip, is outside, and we cannot take the kids because it's supposed to rain and be cold by California standards. So we had to cancel that, and then I had to send out a class dojo to parents letting them know that it's going to be hopefully rescheduled, and just kind of get all that explained. And then I came back to my room and just basically I've been making sure that I'm ready for tomorrow. And now I'm gonna make some copies because we're gonna do another mystery science activity tomorrow. Tomorrow's mystery is going to be why dogs wag their tail. So I am going to be making copies of this mystery, or the end of mystery assessment that comes along with it. It also gives you an answer key, and tomorrow they're gonna be using a field journal. So I need to go make the copies that I need for that. Here's an example of what the first page looks like. So they're gonna fold this up, and then it's gonna end up being this little teeny tiny journal. So I'm gonna go make copies of this stuff right now so I don't have to worry about it tomorrow, since I have to work out in the morning. And typically when I work out in the morning, I really need to leave the day before, making sure that all the things that I need have been copied and prepped. So that is what I'm in the process of doing. And then I'm gonna pack up my belongings, and I'm going to head home and get in some comfortable clothes, or more comfortable clothes. This outfit was actually pretty comfortable today. And turn on the fireplace and work on some grading. I also wanted to show you guys how I've been using my new planner so far. It's not super involved, but I thought I'd show it to you in the beginning stages, and then as the weeks go by, I can talk about whether or not I like it or not. So in a few vlogs ago, I talked to you guys about the fact that I had switched over to the Happy Planner for this school year, and still realized I wasn't using the teaching planning pages because I've been doing all my lesson plans digitally on planbook.com, which I absolutely love because it's just nice and convenient. So then I went out and got a different planner, because although my lesson plans are taking place on planbook.com, I still need like calendar spreads to be in paper. Like, I still rely on that. It just helps my brain a little bit better. So I found this version of a Happy Planner here. whoa, I almost lost you guys. I found this version of a planner here, and what I liked about this one is the layout of it. So it gives you the month spread, and what I learned by looking at all these different planners is no two happy planners are the same just at face value. So when I was shopping, even though they look the same on the outside in terms of size, the layouts on the inside were different. So this one comes with the month spread, and then I'll show you what that is in a second. It has this here. So it has each day of the week. Let me do a better job. Each day of the week with a box that you can write notes, put stickers on it. As you can see, I've been playing around with stickers that I've had and some stickers that I bought. But then it also has these little time slots for each day that you can fill things in. Yeah, this is last week, and this was just me kind of experimenting with it. As you can see, I am not good with keeping track of things like this. I really thought I would, but I totally forgot that was there until last night. So this is my second week using it. Let me flip back to this page in case you're curious. So this was the first week of January, and since I wasn't using it, I decided to make this kind of like a vision board of sorts. So this is just like a collage of things that I would like to do or see or have happen in my life in the year 2019. And then this is the current week. So I put things up here that I think I need to remember, both work related and personal related. So here I know that I am signed up to work out tomorrow at 5 a.m. We might have a fire drill at school. Wednesday I'm supposed to cook a Blue Apron meal. And then down here I'm going to dinner for my brother's birthday tomorrow. And then this sticker here, I'm going to cut it off a little bit, has 3 things that I want to make sure I get done today. One of which is I need to do some science grading and grade the last Brain Pop quiz. And then what I've been doing is printing out my planbook.com plans, hole punching it with the Happy Planner hole puncher, and then just sticking them in here so that I always have it with me to see like what exactly is coming the next day. And it's just been really convenient so far, and I'm liking it. I don't have any gripes about it right now. It's definitely working more than what the last thing was working for me. So that is how my planner is set up as of right now. Hopefully I will continue to like it and use it. Oh, and let me add some other things. I also decided to stick the, hold on. The checklist pages are still stuck in the back, so I took these from my teacher planner, just stuck them in the back because I also like to have my paper grade books, or my, yeah, I guess it's my paper grade book with me at all times. So that is still here. And then I found this separate insert for budgeting because I want to work on getting some things taken care of financially over the year. So I have included this. This was an insert that I ordered through Happy Planner. So it just gives you things like a savings goal. So I just followed this little plan that I saw on Pinterest of how much money I want to put into like a little savings account each month just to kind of get myself started. And then each month you get one of these things here, month at a glance. You can kind of track your bills and everything like that. I haven't filled any of this in yet, but I will. And then each month you get one of these spreads that obviously I haven't done anything with yet. Now my only bone to pick with this product, and I have to hurry up and get home because I need to make a phone call, is with those budget pages, they give you stickers and other pages that will last you an entire calendar year, but they only give you enough tabs to get you through 6 months of the year, which I don't understand. Like I don't understand it to the point where I think maybe mine was packaged wrong. So I've contemplated emailing Happy Planner and saying, you know, as a customer, if you're gonna give me all the stickers and calendar pages, actually no, they give you all the stickers for the entire 12 months of the year, but they only give you calendar pages for 6 months. And I just don't understand what the rationale is of that. If you're only gonna give me calendar pages for 6 months out of the year, then I should only be getting 6 months worth of calendar heading stickers, if that makes sense. So that doesn't make me very happy at all. I don't know why that is, but we'll see how it goes. One of my goals this year is to continue to focus on just becoming more financially stable, getting credit cards paid off, paying down debts to where I'm only left with just like my mortgage and my student loan payments, because those aren't going anywhere anytime soon. I just have accepted that. So I'm gonna go head to the office to make some copies. I was going to share the book with you that I read today, but I just realized I gave it to Peggy, so I'll show it to you later in the week. It is a book called My Friend is as Sharp as a Pencil, and it is a book that I use to reinforce similes, which is our vocabulary skill this month with Wonders. And for as simple as the book was, the kids really did enjoy it. They just thought it was the cutest, funniest thing they had ever heard. And as I read it, I just told them to give me a thumbs up anytime they heard a simile. And then when they did, I asked them to identify what two things were being compared and what was it that the author was trying to convey using that simile. And they were good at it. So that was my Monday. Rainy day, field trip was canceled, some student issues I had to deal with, but I can't complain. I'm getting ready to go home and it's before 4 o'clock. And that's it. So talk to you guys later. There's one more thing I forgot to share with you guys. Today was the day where the paperwork for transfer request was sent out, basically saying like you can fill this out, and deadlines were given as to when they have to be turned in. And I have officially submitted my request to transfer, hopefully to middle school. So you have to, the way my district works, you get the form, you have 3 schools you can put on the form, and you rank them as, I'd like to go here first, then this second, then this place third. So I filled it out. So I filled the form out. I put a middle school in the first 2 slots and the elementary school that my friend Liza works at in the 3rd slot. And then I don't know if they really pay attention to it, but in each slot I indicated like grade level preference. So as crazy as it sounds, and I hope I don't regret it, because it would be me like jumping in the deep end of middle school. I put my preference as I'd prefer to teach 8th, if not 8th, then 6th, if not 6th, then 7th. And if I end up at the elementary school where Liza's at, I put either 4th or 5th, preferably 5th, honestly, because that was my favorite grade in elementary school. So it's official. I've put it out there in the universe. I'm really hoping to make that transition next year. I just feel ready for that environment and that age group and that curriculum, and like just being able to push things a little bit further, especially every time I watch Megan's vlogs, like some of the stuff she's doing, I would love to be able to do it, and just getting like really deep into books and things like that. So you guys pray for me, send good thoughts, write me down in your prayer journal, all those things, and I'll keep you guys posted in the process. They're not due until mid-February, so I'm not going to hear anything for a while, and typically interviews occur, I think, like in February, and then I don't know anything until usually spring break time. So there's going to be a lot of waiting, but I just wanted to let you guys know it's official. I've officially put in a request to move on up to middle school. So now I'm done. I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Hello everyone, can you hear that I'm losing my voice? Hopefully it doesn't sound too bad on camera, but I don't know where it came from. It's been brewing for the past couple of days, and now it's in process. I might have to use my microphone in class today because it's getting worse as time passes by. But it is now about noon. I'm at lunch. I'm just waiting for my soup to heat up. And I thought I would check in really quick since I had a moment. I know after school I may not have a whole lot of time because I have a union meeting after school. And so I wanted to check in really quickly. Today they took a math quiz. I'm gonna back up a little bit. Today we got a little bit of a late start. Here's my soup in this giant mug that I got from a student. I decided to use this as a soup container. But today, so far, we have done guided reading groups. We didn't get to do as much as I wanted to, or for as long as I wanted to, because our morning ran a little bit long outside. When we get to school and the bell rings at 8:10, the whole school meets outside. We say the pledge together. We have some school announcements, and that process took a little bit longer today, so that cut into some of our guided reading time. But I met with one group, which was the excuse me, I call them the no talking group because that's the book that they're reading. It's still kind of slow moving with that group, but it was actually better today. It felt more conversational when I pulled them back. So we're now at a place where they understand, like, we're talking, we're discussing, and then I'm doing the least amount of talking and they should be doing the most. So we're gonna touch base again tomorrow, and then I'm gonna assign them some reading to go forward. So we did that, and then we corrected math homework, and right now we're wrapping up a quiz. After recess though, I did read them a book. So today I read Carmela, I put Full of Hope on the board, but it's Carmela Full of Wishes. I really liked it. I really liked the book a lot. This is another book that I'm reading because we're studying immigration. This one, they don't explicitly say this is an immigrant family, but there are a lot of clues along the way. And so anytime I came across one of those, we stopped and paused. This was one of the times that I had not read this book before. So when I read it to the class today, that was actually my first time reading it because I didn't take the time to read it beforehand, which I don't really like to do, but sometimes that happens. But there's clues along the way that tells you that this family is living somewhere in California. So I told my kids, I'm assuming it's California because there are images of migrant workers. And there was some other reason why I said I assumed it's California. But it talks about her dad not being around because he's waiting for his papers to be fixed. You know that this is a Spanish-speaking family because the mom refers to her as Mija in the beginning of the book. There's a scene in the book where she's in the city with her brother and they pass by like a home improvement place, and there's and she says something like that's where her dad used to wait on the weekends hoping for work. And part of the story takes place in the laundromat. So we talked about all those things to kind of talk about what context clues, or talk about the fact that those were context clues to help us understand that for this family, money's probably tight. That the father is not living with the family right now. We can assume that it's a family of immigrants because they're there, but the dad is still waiting on his papers to be fixed. So we talked about that, and the kids seem to enjoy the book overall. I have one more book that I have to read to the class in relationship to immigration, and my plan is to read that one tomorrow, and if I can remember, I'll share it with you. So we're finishing up the math quiz. When we come back from lunch, we're going to go into Wonders and read the second half of the longer story. This week, hopefully I'll be able to pull small groups, and then I'm supposed to get through science today. So that is what's on the agenda. After school, I have a union meeting, and then after that, I'm going to dinner because it is my brother's, or yesterday was my brother's birthday, so we're meeting up for dinner to celebrate that. So that is my Tuesday so far. I'm losing my voice, and that's pretty much it. So I will talk to you guys later on.